This is Aaron Hobson with Rhinebeck School of Music, and in this video we're going to analyze the solo to Smoke on the Water. Thanks, Mark. It was a good suggestion, actually. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with the harmony underneath the solo, because that is going to determine the overall tonality and sound of the solo. So the chords are just G minor and F. So the pattern's like this, right? You have G minor, G minor, F, G minor. So it's a very distinct, very clear G minor tonality. No matter what you play, it's going to have a G minor tonality. So of course, the easiest thing to do as a guitar player is the go-to. G minor pentatonic, or even the G minor blues scale, which is a hexatonic scale, right? That 6-note scale that has that D flat note in there, that sharp 4, that flatted 5th blue note, okay? So of course, you hear that in the solo, and that's easy. That is something that all guitar players learn right off the bat. So here's where it gets more fun, the modal aspect of this. So when you think about these two chords, you've got to think, well, where do they occur in a key? And if you're thinking diatonically, thinking of parent major scales, if you think of B flat, right? The notes in B flat are B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, right? So G minor and F would occur on the 6th degree minor and the 5th degree major there, right? So we think of all the chords in B flat major, C minor, D minor, E flat major, F major, G minor, A diminished, back to B flat. However, we're talking about a song that has harmony with a very strong G minor tonality, so we wouldn't say that's in the key of B flat major, because it's not a major key. So we think about the 6th degree of that major scale. Well, the 6th mode is Aeolian, right? So this has a very strong, it could have a very strong Aeolian sound, and he does use the Aeolian mode in this. So if we look back, I did a whole series on the modes, and I talked about Aeolian. So the chords in Aeolian would be G minor, A diminished, B flat major, C minor, D minor, E flat major, F major. So right there, you can consider this a 1 minor to a 7 major in Aeolian. So the Aeolian mode would be this: G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G. Right? So if I'm playing the chords, right? And the cool thing is you can mix that pentatonic sound in with the Aeolian mode. So really fun. Also in this song, so he kind of mixes the sounds of the modes. So because this is just 2 chords, you can think about parallel modes. So parallel modes are taking different modes with the same root and kind of playing with them. So I think I talked about this in previous videos. I even gave examples of songs with parallel modes because they've come up. So because this is such a heavy G minor tonality, well, we can think about where G minor and F occur in another key. That would be the key of F, right? So we have F, here's F major, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, F major, G minor, A minor, etc. But that F major and G minor, right, give it that sound. But you wouldn't say you're going to play F major. Think of what the 2nd mode is. It's Dorian. So you can think of that 2 minor chord as the Dorian sound. So G minor and F major can also be the 1 minor and the 7 major for the Dorian mode. And he does a run, right? That E major, or that E natural, major 6th comes up in the song. So he's mixing modal tonalities, which is really cool. G Aeolian, G Dorian, G minor blues, G minor pentatonic, and putting them all together. Now there's one part of the solo that always confused me and kind of made me question the key, and we'll go over that line in more detail, but it's sort of like he puts in this C minor blues and this G flat note, which is clearly in between these two chords and a little bit outside the box, a little bit outside. So if you ever thought that line of the solo felt like it was a little dissonant or a little outside the box, you were right. Good ears. And we'll go over that and my thoughts on that. Obviously, theory is just a guide. It doesn't explain everything that you'll ever encounter in music. It's just there as a guide. And this is one of those situations where it gets me thinking, like, did he make a mistake? Was he just in the wrong position? Did he intentionally do that to go outside of the box? What was he thinking? You know, and there's all different ways that you can speculate about that. So I'm going to go line by line through the solo and show you which parts are Aeolian, which parts are Dorian, which parts are minor blues, which parts kind of don't fit within the rest of the solo or the key. And we're just going to do an analysis of every line by line. Part 1. So that's really simple. That's just your fourth pattern in G minor pentatonic, which would be here. Which we said is one of the scales that correlates with this G minor tonality. G minor pentatonic. Here's the next line. That clearly goes modal there, right? It starts off pentatonic, but then here, so what do you have there? You have G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G. That's a clear Aeolian because you have that E flat in there. So we go to G Aeolian. And now, here's the next line. So that again, that's just your minor pentatonic in G. Third position, right? Just doing a lot of bends. Now we have the part that really always sort of perplexed me. It seems like what he's doing is putting in this like C minor blues. So the part is like this. Right? So that's clearly like that first position box shape with this G flat, which would be indicative of that C minor blues scale, but that doesn't really, it's not really defined by the harmony. It's a little bit outside the box, particularly that G flat note, which clashes with the G minor and clashes with the F. So I'm not sure where that came from, to be honest. And then, you know, you could think of it as like a C minor blues mixed with like C Dorian there, but then it doesn't stay there. Then it goes heavy G root there. So what is that? That is G Aeolian again. Now we're going down to this position. So that is, again, more of that modal thing, the G Aeolian. But now, here's where he goes to a G minor blues mixed with G Dorian. So here we go. E natural. So this E natural note, that is the Dorian mode. So now it goes pentatonic again, G pentatonic. So first position, second position, Now we're going into a pentatonic thing again. So you can consider that to be G minor pentatonic. It's almost got that C pentatonic thing happening, though. The way that he phrases it would be like sort of out of that C pentatonic box, but you can consider all of those notes to be in G minor pentatonic as well. And then it kind of, this part with that E flat note would be Aeolian again. And now we're up to here. That's just your G minor pentatonic in the 4th position again. Now we're in the 1st position, G minor pentatonic. Clear there. That's just your 2nd position minor pentatonic in G. So you see that there's a lot of mixing around of sounds, which is really fun. It's not your typical average, rock song, which is refreshing, right? So I'm sure that you've all played this solo and wondering just like how to make all of these different sounds. And you can even practice these things, practice with the backing track. You can practice your blues. And try to mix it in with that Dorian sound. Mix it with the Aeolian sound. Mix it all together. I mean, I'm more of a jazz player, so I kind of take it to another weird level, but it's fun to kind of, mess around with these things. And then try to go outside the box with C minor blues a little bit. See how that sounds, because, he made it work. So anyway, if you haven't already, visit RhinebeckSchoolOfMusic.com. Become a patron at patreon.com/RhinebeckSchoolOfMusic. We'd appreciate your support. And I'll see you at the next one.